blessed people, welcome back here. Today I will be showing you how to make the pattern for our next DIY, the butterfly sleeve jumpsuit with a belt. Before we start, please take note that this is a bit of an oversized jumpsuit, so I'm sizing up my normal measurement. Now grab your basic buddies, and if you don't have one, I have a link down in the description box below. Take the front buddies and trace it except for the dart lines. Then extend 1 inch down on your armhole. This is now the pieces that we need for the top part. Regarding on the sleeves, we do not need to make a pattern. I will show you how to make it on the tutorial video. Moving on to the bottom part, these are the measurements that we need to take. Again, this is an oversized fit. For me, I have added about 6 inches in my normal waist measurement and about 4 inches on my normal hip measurement to get that boxy look. To start, make these 2 lines, and from the waistline, mark down your hip line. From your waistline, measure down your crotch depth. Then measure down your thigh line. Thigh line is usually 3 inches below the crotch line. Now let's mark our desired length. To get our knee line, take half of the measurement between your crotch line and your ankle line. Divide your hip measurement into 4 and mark that to your hip line as well as to your crotch line and your waistline. On your waistline, mark 1/4 of your waist measurement starting at this point. From this corner, mark 1.5 inch at a 45-degree angle. Draw a slight curve by connecting the end point of the crotch line to that mark and continue to the end point of your hip line. Divide your crotch line into 2 and mark that measurement to all of your guidelines. This is now the center line. Divide your thigh circumference into 4 and mark it above and below the center line of the thigh line. Do the same in your knee and ankle circumference. Divide it into 4 and mark above and below the center line. Now that we have our front pattern, trace it on another paper. Measure this line and mark that measurement above the mark that we made earlier on the waistline. Now transfer your waistline from that point. The back part is usually higher and slightly bigger than the front to give space to your butt area. From this point, mark 2 inches up at 45-degree angle. To make the pockets, just trace this area into another paper and mark a notch where you want the end of the opening of the pocket is. And our pattern is done. Please take note that I cut my pattern without seam allowance. That's how I prefer it to be. So add when you cut your fabric or add before you cut your pattern. I'll see you again next week for the tutorial of this jumpsuit. Thank you for watching and God bless.